Hello everyone. Today we're doing the parent financial section of the FAFSA. This is maybe the most important section that you're going to face when you do all of this. This is one of the big sections that determines how much financial aid you're eligible for. So it is important that we fill it out accurately, appropriately, and try to get you all as much money as possible. For 2019, have my parents completed? I'm going to say yes. Most of our families will have already completed their 2019 taxes because we did those a long time ago.
If your family did not have to file taxes in 2019, then you're going to choose not going to file, and you'll meet me in the next video where I go over this parent financial section, but for those of you who chose not going to file.
So there's a few things I want to go over before I start the main part of the video to help make other stuff you'll have to put in go a lot easier. So the first thing that I want everybody to do is make sure that your parent has an FSA ID ready to go. If you need help setting up an FSA ID, we have a video that goes through all of the steps. If your parent doesn't have a social security number, that's okay. You can still do the FAFSA. You just won't be able to set up an FSA ID. If you have an older sibling, make sure they haven't already set up an FSA ID for your parent. So talk to your older sibling, find out if they've done it. Save yourself the headache. Second thing that you need is your parents' financial information. You need a 1040 tax form from them, and you need their W-2 form. If you have all of that information, we're going to move on. Most of our families are going to do a 1040. And for 2019, what are my parents' filing status? This is the first kind of tricky question. We're going to look at a tax form. You can always find that on the taxes up here at the top. There are boxes for filing status. This one, they selected married filing jointly. So that is what I'm going to choose. If your parents filed like this, or you only live with one parent and they filed as single, you are eligible for the data retrieval tool. If we click this button, it'll take you to the IRS website. You can fill in the information. It has to match exactly what is on this 1040 document, the address, everything. If you do that, and you're lucky, it might automatically add your parents' information to the FAFSA. Okay, that is the easiest way to do it. It makes you less likely to be selected for verification. It's generally the best. It's not open to everybody. If your parents are undocumented, you can't use the data retrieval tool. If your parents filed with different statuses, you aren't eligible for it. We're going to assume I'm not eligible for the data retrieval tool, and we're going to move on. So, first question, what is your parents' adjusted gross income for 2018? This is always going to tell you straight up the line we're looking for. What is on line 7? Okay, right here, my total income. That's what I'm going to put in. And we're going to move on. How much did parent 1 earn? How much did parent 2 earn? It's important that we go to their W-2s. This says how much they earn for 2019. You can see here in box 1, this is how much my parent 1, Helen, I selected as my parent 1, they earned $11,391. That's what I'm going to put in. Parent 2, that is your other parent, that's Mark. Mark earned $14,021. That should add up to what the total income was. Now, it brings us to a question about Schedule 1s. Most people don't have to do this. If you're not sure, click the question mark and read the questions. Vast majority of people don't do this though. And the next question, some students are going to get this question, some aren't. This depends on how you've answered everything so far. Do you want to skip the remaining questions about your parents' income and asset? The FAFSA says whatever answer you choose here will not affect your eligibility for federal student aid. So if they give you the option, you should probably click yes. It's not going to hurt you. I'm going to fill it out no to help our students who don't get this option and see what these questions are. Enter the amount of your parents' income tax, again for 2019. So that line can be found on line 14. That is your income tax for the year. I'm going to go next, and it's going to ask us a bunch of assets questions. For most of us, these will be 0. But read them through. And this is all answering questions for your parents, not for you. If you're not sure, click the question mark, read what it says. Did your parents have to pay child support or get other things through like work study, stuff like that? These are all 0s for me in this case. The next one, Did you receive child support? Did you receive housing allowance based on being a member of the military or things like that? Again, vast majority of students, these are zeros, but if you're not sure, click the question mark. Then the final 3 questions are about your parents' assets. Do you want to skip the remaining questions about your parents' asset? I'm going to choose no. As of today, what is your parents' total amount of cash? That is as of right now. Since some students get nervous about what is your parents' total balance of cash, savings, and checking accounts, estimate it as best you can. Okay. As of today, what is your net worth of your parents' investments, including real estate, but not your parents' home? So this would be if your parents own multiple homes or apartments that they rent out or things like that. And what is the net worth of your parents' businesses and or farms? If you're in a case like this, click the question mark. We're going to click next. And that's the end of the parent financial section. Good luck. I know the FAFSA can be overwhelming, but you all have got this. If you're not able to use the IRS data retrieval tool, it's a really good idea to order a tax transcript now. Okay. A lot of times, families that aren't able to use that, the college that you end up going to will ask for additional information, right? Sometimes colleges will ask for just a copy of your tax return. Sometimes they'll ask for an official tax transcript. Okay, I'm going to walk you through that process. It's really easy. You're going to go to this website listed up here. If you go there, it's going to tell you, welcome to Get Transcript. You're going to scroll down. You have 2 options. You can request one online. This part can be a little bit challenging. I'm going to go through the request by mail because it usually arrives in 5 to 10 days, which is really, really quick and easy. So let's go. We're going to get transcript by mail. Threatening message. Don't worry about it. So this is your parent social security number, your parent date of birth, and the street address that's listed here in home address is the one that has to be included to get the transcript by mail. Okay, we go to continue. What transcript type do we want? You're going to want a return transcript. What tax year do we want it for? We want it for 2019. If you click continue, you will get your transcript by mail in 5 to 10 business days. Very important thing. If you're doing this on behalf of your parents, let them know that you requested information from the IRS. It can be really scary to get a random letter in the mail from the IRS. So let your parents know, hey, in a few days, we're going to be getting something that just is a copy of our tax transcript. No need to worry about it. All right. Keep this filed away for later on in the springtime when you end up going to college. If they ask for it, you will be ready to go. Good luck. See you soon.